Do you ever wonder why your life feels stuck? Not because you don't care, but because you can't get yourself to start. You want to improve, build discipline, fix your life, but somehow you end up scrolling, delaying, or promising, "I'll start tomorrow." And then tomorrow becomes next week. Next week becomes next month. And guilt becomes heavier than the task itself. But here's the truth. You're not lazy. Your brain is protecting you. And until you understand why, you'll stay trapped in the same loop forever. Today, you'll learn 3 psychological switches that turn a person who never starts into someone who takes action automatically. Not through motivation, not through discipline, but through brain design. Let's begin. Step 1. The real enemy isn't laziness. Before you fix anything, you must understand a hard truth. Your brain is not built for success. It is built for survival. Your ancestors survived by avoiding danger, not by chasing big goals. So anything that feels overwhelming, uncertain, unclear, mentally heavy, time-consuming, your brain instantly tags it as danger. That's why starting feels physically painful. Big goals activate the same neural alarm system your ancestors felt when facing a tiger. Writing a book? Danger. Starting a workout? Danger. Learning a new skill? Danger. Fixing your messy room? Danger. Your brain thinks, this might drain energy, let's avoid it. So it pushes you toward scrolling, snacks, YouTube, games, anything comfortable. This is not laziness. This is ancient survival programming. But here's the good news. If the problem is wiring, then the solution is rewiring. And that's what the next steps do. Step 2. The 10% rule. Make your brain agree. Most people try to improve by choosing massive tasks, like run 1 hour every morning, study 4 hours, read 30 pages, clean the whole room today. Your brain rejects all of these because the bigger the task, the louder the brain screams, no. So here is your first psychological switch, the 10% rule. Make the task so small that your brain says, yeah, we can do that. Not 100%, not 50%, just 10% effort. Examples: want to run? Run for 3 minutes. Want to read? Read 1 page. Want to meditate? Sit for 30 seconds. Want to clean your room? Clean 1 corner. Want to study? Study for 5 minutes. Why does this work? Because small tasks don't trigger your brain's threat system. Your brain doesn't feel trapped. Once you start, momentum takes over automatically. This is not weakness. This is neuroscience. Small wins compound into big identity changes. And speaking of identity, step 3, identity before action. Here's a psychological law. You act according to who you believe you are. If you think you're lazy, you'll behave lazily. If you think you're inconsistent, you'll avoid starting. Your identity begins the behavior. Disciplined people aren't born that way. They built the identity slowly through tiny proofs. Examples: write for 2 minutes, then you're a writer. Walk for 3 minutes, then you're someone who moves. Read 1 page, then you're a reader. Clean 1 small section, then you're someone who keeps things clean. Identity changes first. Habits follow second. Life transformation comes last. Ask yourself, what identity do I want? Then take 1 small action that proves it. Your brain believes actions, not intentions. Step 4. The 2-minute reboot. The hardest part of any task is the first 2 minutes. Not the workout, just putting on your shoes. Not the studying, just opening the book. Not the cleaning, just picking up 1 object. That's why the rule is If starting takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. If it takes more than 2 minutes, break it into something that does. Your brain never resists 2 minutes. It's too small to fear. And once you begin, you naturally continue. Starting is the gate. Cross it, and momentum carries you automatically. This is how people who never start suddenly become unstoppable. Step 5. Ending with fire. Listen carefully. There is nothing wrong with you. You're not broken. You're not lazy. You're not behind. Your brain simply follows the path of least resistance. But today, you learned how to bend that path with the 10% rule, identity shifting, and the 2-minute reboot. You now have the tools to break the cycle permanently. Imagine 90 days from now. Small steps become routines. Routines become identity. Identity becomes unstoppable momentum. This is how quiet people become strong. This is how lazy people change their entire life. Not through perfection, but through tiny daily proof. So tell me, what tiny action will you take today to prove who you are becoming? And if you want more psychology videos that rewire your brain for discipline, calmness, and consistency, make sure to subscribe. Your life is waiting. Start small. Start now.